Mathematics Algebra Whole Numbers. Pretest. What is the value of the digit 4 in the number of 39,452? A. 40, B. 400, C. 4,000, or D. 40,000? 2. Solve the following: 834 minus 205. A. 630, B. 631, C. 632, D. 633. C. Simplify the following: 7 to the 5th power. A. 16,807, B. 16,808, C. 16,809, or D. 16,810. Number 4. Myla raised 127 sheep. Diana raised 130 sheep. How many sheep did they raise in all? A. 268, B. 257, C. 245, D. 269. Number 5. Which of these problem has a whole number for an answer? A. 2 over 4, B. 2 over 6, C. 2 over 2, or D. 2 over 8. Chapter 1. Whole numbers. Whole numbers. Any of the numbers that there is no fractional and decimal point and no negative numbers. Counting numbers. A whole numbers without the zero because you can count zero. Natural number. It can mean either counting numbers or whole numbers depending on the subject. Integers. A set of numbers that include whole numbers, counting numbers, positive and negative. Place value. In world of math, every digit in a number has a place value. Place value can be defined as the value represented by a digit in a number on the basis of its position in the number. Addition and subtraction of whole numbers. Adding whole number is what this lesson will teach you. Also, there is a calculator to help you practice adding whole numbers. Means that we are combining numbers to form a total. Each number being added is called an addend, and the total, which is the answer to the additional problem, is called sum. Example: 6 is addend, plus 1 is addend. The answer is called sum. 6 plus 1 is 7. The next example is 7 plus 4 is equal to 11. The 11 is the sum. Subtracting whole numbers. Subtracting whole numbers is the inverse operation of adding whole numbers. With subtraction instead of adding two numbers to get sum. You are removing the numbers from another to get a difference. For example, 8 minus 4 is equal to 4. Another example is 9 minus 3 is equal to 6. This is what we call the subtracting the whole numbers. Next, multiplication and division of whole numbers. Multiplication of whole number is the short way to do repeated addition. When the numbers are multiplied, each number is called a factor. The result of multiplying number is called a product. 5 is what we call a factor. Times 2, the 2 is called a factor. And the answer is called the product. 5 times 2 is equal to 10. Another example is 10 times 2 is equal to 20. Division. Dividing whole numbers is the opposite of multiplying whole numbers. It is the process by which we try to find out how many times a number. Divisor is another number. Dividend. 7 divided by 63 is equal to 9. The 7 is divisor. The 63 is the dividend, and the 9 is the quotient. The 9 is the final answer. Series of operations mean things like add, subtract, multiply, divide, squaring, etc. If it isn't a number, it is probably an operation. But when you see something like 7 plus quantity of 6 times 52 plus 3 quantity. Example, 4 quantity of 5 plus 3 quantity is equal to 32. Another is 4 quantity of 5 plus 3 quantity is equal to 23. The first example, the answer is 32. And the second is 23. The first example is correct, while the second example is wrong. Pag mag-a-add tayo ng series of operation, kailangan nating unahin ang addition bago tayo mag-multiplication. The first example, 5 plus 2 is equal to 8. 8 times 4 is equal to 32. Sa pangalawang example naman, ang ginawa niya ay 4 times 5 is equal to 20 plus 3 is equal to 23. Kaya po naging wrong. Inuna niyo po ang multiply kaysa sa adding. How to remember the PEMDAS? P stands for parenthesis first. E stands for exponent. Example given is powers and square root. MD is multiplication and division. AS stands for addition and subtraction. Rounding off. Rounding off number is a mathematical technique of adjusting the digit of number to make the number easier to use during calculations. Numbers are rounded off to a particular degree or accuracy to make calculations simpler and the result easier to understand. Example number 1. 341 rounded to the nearest hundred is 300. That is because 341 is closer in value to 300 than to 400. When rounding off to the nearest dollar, it's what we call the 1.89 becomes 2.0 because 1.89 is closer to 2.0 than to 1. The second example is 73 rounded to the nearest 10 is 70 because 73 is closer to 70 than to 80, but 76 goes up to 80. Rules of roundings. If the numbers you are rounding is followed by 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, round the number up. Example, 38 to the nearest 10 is 40. If the number you are rounding is followed by 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, round the number down. Example, 33 rounded to the nearest 10 is 30. Test. 4 quantity of 5 plus 7 quantity times 9 is equal to round of 45.1565 to the nearest 10. 3. 783 plus 15 is equal 4. 386 minus 135 is equal to 35 times 24 is equal to 6. 2,816 divided by 88 is equal to quantity of 2 plus 7 minus 1 quantity divided by 22. 4 plus 8 divided by 2 times 7. And number 9 is 4 to the power of 4. Number 10 is 9 to the power of 3.